command of Mega Force.
Enemy sighted! Thorhammer in position! Steady! Tanks down! Fire at will! Bombs away! Stratofortress! Release fighter jet! Backlash bomber closing! Lock on target! Fire one!
Mega Force. Entire armies at your command. Stratofortress and other vehicles sold separately. You have to put them together. From Ken.
Mega Force was a toy released by Kenner Products in 1989 to compete with Galoob Micromachines. Galoob's Micromachines, which had taken the toy industry by storm by 1987. As you can see, we've got the Stars Micromachines. This line came later, but as you can see, yeah. So Micromachines regional scale miniatures was a line released by Galoob 1987. To combat with this, Kenner released Mega Force. Much like Hasbro released Transformers Micromasters by this point. Well, as you see, we have the Kenner Mega Force 4 hammer. There were two factions. There was the V-Rox and the Triax. The Triax and V-Rox. And you see features on these include little die-cast tanks. Instead of Micromachines, which had plastic smaller vehicles, Mega Force actually had die-cast vehicles. So as you can see, the turret rotates and everything. So that's the tank that came with it. As you see, the feature is you can deploy them into battle. All the guns rotate. Everything very cool. There's also a gantry that will move if we. So as you see, that activates that. If we go to the back here, the gantry comes up. The missile would fire. So I can get the missile, which has a bit of a tendency, unfortunately, because this is from 1989. It's one of the last 80s toy lines released by Kenner before they were consumed by Hasbro, almost. Yeah, when they became a part of Hasbro. So this is one of the more obscure toy lines. But as you see, the missile will fit in there like that, and when you rotate it up, there's a button to press. There it goes. The next full hammer, the Mobile Launch Complex. It's quite cool. As you can see, you can store a lot of tanks in there. It looks really fantastic from the front here. We have all these armaments that actually rotate and move. It's very cool. It's probably a toy that none of you have ever heard of. I didn't hear of it for the longest time either. It's quite obscure today. Only one wave of these were released. By 1990, the line was cancelled. You see, this one does have a bit of an issue putting that in. So as you can see, that's a bit of a behind the scenes of how you put everything together. All this did come out. I mean, yeah, this is all detachable. You've got like the control tower there, which is quite cool. Yeah, so there you go. That's 4 hammer. Now we have the other V-Rox vehicle, which I have, which is Stratofortress. Now this is a fantastic jet. This is incredible. This has got to be the coolest Mega Force vehicle ever released. As you can see, we've got Stratofortress, which is the giant bomber. I can't remember what they call it now, but it is epic. Right, so you got these guns here that move around the outside. It's quite cool. There's ports here to put on the diecast jets. That's what this one comes with, a diecast jet. We've got the nose cone here, which does come off, but it's a bit brittle, so I'm not going to touch it. But this would detach. In fact, I could detach it. There you go. It's got like a little clip there, and there's a port there. And that clips back into place. Well, that's got the port, that's got the hole even. I did that wrong. But what you can do is when you move these wings back, the hangar bay opens up. Now you can take your jet, which comes with it. This is the jet, the exclusive jet. As you see, it's like a black fighter jet. It's quite cool. And there's a port and a missile as well. The missile does come off. This is probably one of the most easy lost parts of the whole damn thing. There you go. It comes off and it clips back in. Incredible design. You'll never see this today. Yeah, as you see, the Hangar Bay Shots. And what you can do is by using the metal port, you can clip it on to any of these posts. But you've got to be careful because you can break it if you don't slot it in the right way. So if you slot it in from the side, like if you do that, you can get it in. But if you try and just do this, if you put it in like that, if you push it down instead of sliding it across, it is going to break the port. So it's going to break the peg, unfortunately. Yep, that's Stratofortress. It looks phenomenal, and we've got all these engines on the back here, which is probably based off an SR-71 or something. If you know your types of planes, it looks a lot like that. So this can attach to any one of these places, and you can get more as well because they all have these ports. Ingenious, really, but it is incredible design choice by Kenner. Got these stickers, which looks really good. There's a second cockpit there. There's another cockpit at the front. It just looks fantastic. In fact, how do we know it's from Kenner? Well, because it says it down the bottom here. It doesn't actually say Kenner on this one. It says Kenner Parker Toys. That's what KPT is. KPT is Kenner Parker Toys. So yeah, this is 1989 key KPT. If I get the other one without knocking the tank off, which is a really nice tank. It's only exclusive. It's exclusive to this guy as well. The wheels were on this one as well. If I get to the tank, we might have a better look. Oh, there we go. It says it down there. Yep, Kenner 1989. There we go. Interesting. That one says KPT. This one says Kenner. There it is. That's the stamp. This is a Kenner toy. And they're very desirable these days, Kenner toys. Extremely valuable in the secondary market. A lot of people collect them, not just me. It's quite a big thing, actually. To the point where Hasbro's even starting to reissue Kenner toys now. Kenner action figures. Kenner wasn't really into anything else other than action figures. Except for when you get to lines like this, where they've got micro play sets. Also, they did Microverse as well. Another Micro Machines competitor. One that was a bit more successful. It actually caused Hasbro to buy Galoob the next year, which is the maker of Micro Machines. Hence why you don't see them anymore. Yeah, there's some quite good detail at the bottom here, though. And it is a really cool design. It was a good line for a competitor to Micro Machines, as you see. Kenner was really trying. This one, it didn't succeed. There was a second series plan for 1990, which appears in the 1990 Kenner pre-Toy Fair catalogue. However, that never surfaced, it never was released, and those prototypes probably got destroyed when Kenner was closed down by Hasbro in 2000. But what I want to come on to is these bombs here. As you see, you've got all these missiles and everything. They do come off, which is really cool, like so, and they've got like this structure that holds them into place like that. And you've got the system eclipse. It looks fantastic. They all come out. So that is Kenner Megaforce, and we've got another one here, which is Crossbow, which is a triax vehicle. The reason why you can tell which type of vehicle it is because the V-Rocks have this star, the triax have that, and what happens is if you press on it. Hold on a minute. It's been a long time since I've done this one. Ah, that's right. As you can see, it's like an armoured shell. And you've got this gun here that rotates and everything. It looks really good. Now this one is not complete. You're supposed to have like a helicopter that goes in there, but as you can see, it opens up like that and it becomes a mobile armoured helipad. I think that's what this one is. So that's Crossbow. That's really cool. It's a spring-loaded mechanism, as you can see. It's got lots of detail and everything. You can rotate this gun around. This one also says Kenner. This one's got a bit worse for wear, though, as you can see. There's a bit worse for wear, this one. Yeah, there you go. Kenner 1989 again. That one says Kenner Parker Toys 1989. I'm not sure why that is. But that is the way it is. And if we just do that again, it springs up. And you've even got like a mini cockpit area down there. Yep, that is it. This one, as you can see, though, the screws are rusting, so I'm not really using this one as much as the others. The other ones, this one doesn't have any screws holding it in, nor does this one. Also, this one rolls, which is quite cool. Does this one have screws? Does it have screws? Not certain, to be honest. No, I don't. as you can see, we've got a port there for the tank, and well, what that does is, there you go, you can sit at the top there. So that's a really cool line. It's really fantastic. Really, it's got to be one of the most incredibly detailed Kenner lines I've ever seen. I mean, I didn't know Kenner was such a big fan of making giant vehicles like this, or micro-sized vehicles anyway. Yeah, it's an incredible line. It's quite unique. No other line like this was from Kenner, except for Microverse, but that was, well, I've got the Aquanaut Play Set, which is a Transformers Maximal. Well, it's an Orca, and it opens up into a battle station. So, you know, this one doesn't actually transform in a way. This bit comes off, this bit extends out, the wings spread out, that's about it. These ones are just loaded with action features, unlike those ones that transform and open up. These ones actually have built-in features and look like futuristic war machines. So there you go, that's Kenner Megaforce from 1989.